me get this here. All right, you boys. What are you doing?
ASMR.
ASMR? Is that our new thing now?
ASMR. Thank God. I was waiting for this moment.
Is this because of the last few episodes in the comments? I'm going to take that as a yes. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gotta Get It, where today we're hanging out with JP and...
Tape face.
Okay, can you just give us an idea of why you're wearing this on your face? You take it. I'm not going to take it off your face.
We'll do the raise hands thing. Whenever you want to talk, you raise your hand. Okay, cool. Yusuf.
I'm just trying to limit how much I talk so I don't talk over you guys. So I'll wait my turn and then I'll raise my hand when I have input.
Okay, we've said this in past episodes multiple times, but we each contribute something to the podcast. And in Yusuf's case, he's really good at talking and he's really good at thinking on the spot. Me, I'm good about thinking about things and then...
That's not going to work.
Wow. Here, let me help you here. You sure? Oh, well, then how are we going to do the intro that we always do? You got to do it. Are you going to do it with that on? There's no way. Right. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it! What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode. I'm waiting for this bit to end, but I don't know if it's going to end. But while his mouth is taped, I just want to say, if you guys haven't already, be sure to watch our last episode, 2 parts. That episode, I can't take this. Come on, I need your voice. That's why this is why Gotta Get It started. It's the dynamic between us. And please stop bullying my friend Yusuf in the comments. I promise that we like that he talks. And that sometimes I'll cut him off and sometimes he'll cut me off. But please bring Yusuf back. And please get rid of the hate. Well, does that make you...
What?
Dude. Oh my gosh. What? Oh my gosh, it's messed up.
Hey, that's
expensive gaff tape. That's fancy gaff tape. Come on, we have serious... There you go. No, okay, you already started. You already started.
Go ahead. Run the episode. I'll chime in when it's my turn.
But you can't do it with tape on your mouth.
I'll chime in when it's my turn. Just run the episode, please. I want to do an experiment.
Okay. Well... What day is today?
I can't. Okay. I see you in my peripherals, so all I see is just you there staring at me like this. That's not what a podcast is. A podcast is 2 people or multiple people having a conversation and talking about certain things. And today's episode is going to be a serious one, and I need Yusuf. Can we do this bit next episode?
It's going to be a serious one?
It's going to be there are some things that I want to talk about, especially... I know we already talked about Asian hate and stuff, but there's something I want to bring up, something I've noticed when it... Okay, what?
Don't think I'm not going to talk. I'm going to talk, but I'm just going to wait my turn and raise my hand when it's time for me to talk.
Why do you have to have the tape on your face?
Because it restricts me from just opening my mouth and cutting you off. It helps me. I'm training myself.
Oh.
But we don't want the restricted Yusuf.
All right, well, let's get into it.
Okay, well, then I don't know who I'm going to be talking to. Do you still want me to talk to you? And you're just going to respond. So how was your day today? Okay, all right, yeah?
My day has been very good. Mm-hmm. I've actually, since the last episode with Humble, remember how we got into that big discussion of social media?
Yeah.
Instead of always complaining, I wish I didn't have a Twitter, I wish I didn't have an Instagram, I wish I didn't have YouTube, I realized it's not having it, it's how you let it control you. And I made the ultimate decision to not be a slave to social media and the algorithm anymore. Mm-hmm. I've deleted all my tweets. I've stopped using Twitter. I no longer post daily on Instagram. I only post stories when I have videos or something of substance to promote. And I limit my time and my usage on my phone. So I actually took Humble's advice and ran with it. And now I use social media a lot differently. And you're going to see a lot less of me on your socials. You're going to see me a lot on YouTube because I'm going to be consistent there. Mm-hmm. But on my social medias, you're going to see a lot less of me and me just like talking about my feelings and how I feel and trying to play that algorithm game. It makes me unhappy. So I need to make a change. So I made a change.
And how, like, has that worked out in the last week? Like, are you happier?
Has it been a full week?
Ish.
Did you check out Hootsuite? You should check. So Hootsuite, if you don't know what it is, it's a way to schedule posts on all your different platforms. As far as I know, Instagram, Twitter, and
Get closer.
And Snapchat and stuff, and I've been recommending it for him. But okay, here's my one thing about this whole thing that you're doing. So you say you talk too much, or people say that you talk too much, and people say that you post too much. How many comments do you see of those? Honestly, no. Just give me a number. Okay. It's coming off. It's a sign.
A lot.
But I mean, when you say a lot, like 100, like what?
A lot.
So how many comments do you usually get on a post?
I'm not talking about. We're not talking about social media posts here.
But what I'm saying is that even for this, like the reason you're doing the whole tape thing, let me go back to this. There's like, how many comments, JP, would you say if people are like, oh, you talk too much, or oh, you cut people off?
I think like one every like 100.
Yeah, and then how many
Right?
total views do we usually get? We usually break around 20 at least, right? 20,000?
Is, yeah.
So that's what, like 0.002%?
I'm just trying to make it better. A lot of people think I'm rude. I cut you off. I make it about myself.
Yeah, but we don't think that.
We don't think that. And
I
there's a
understand that,
huge-
but I'm trying to be accommodating to our listeners.
But you're being accommodating to the littlest
The
percent.
haters.
The haters.
Let me just try this experiment one time and work on it.
We've been
can
trying
run this
that for
episode.
5
I'm gonna
minutes.
chime in. Come on, go on to the first topic. What do y'all want to talk about today?
All right, JP.
Okay.
This is just for this episode, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole time?
Pinky promise? The whole episode, the whole hour.
I feel like it disrupts the flow.
Don't talk. When I talk too much, you don't want me to talk. When I don't talk, you want me to talk?
Have we ever told you talk too much?
No, bro, you do.
How many viewers? A few.
Ooh.
Okay. See.
Okay, you know what?
We need this.
I think it'll gradually.
Okay, I'll take this off, but I'm
Yeah.
raising my hand when I want to speak.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Do we have to
our first
tell-
topic then.
Okay.
Let's go into the whole.
I'm in a great mood, by the way. How are you guys doing?
He is. He's been.
I just got back.
Yeah,
He found a new
actually
favorite
am-
song.
Yeah. Oh my god, that song is so good.
Yeah, he's played it like he showed Matt twice already.
But haven't I been in a good mood?
Yeah, he's
I'm
been
in
in
a
a
very
great
good
mood.
mood.
Yes.
So don't think I'm not in a good mood, guys. I'm just trying to accommodate the podcast.
Let's. Speaking of songs, let's go into the whole Lil Nas X situation.
Can you explain it to us?
Okay. So,
Wait. Rewind.
Oh my god.
No, just keep going.
Rosie
Just ignore it. Keep going. Keep
Okay,
going.
so Lil Nas X comes out with the song "Call Me by Your Name," Montero, where the music video, he's.
What does Montero mean?
I don't know. I didn't look into that, but the controversy is in the video where Lil Nas X is giving a lap dance to Satan. Yeah. So, how do we feel about that? Like,
Honestly, now in this time, like in this time of age, is that the
time and age.
time and age?
Yeah.
In this time of age, like I've gotten to a point where, like, there's so much different kind of content on social media. The song, I like the song.
Yeah,
The
it's a good song.
Like that.
Yeah.
The song's a good song. Before I saw the music video, the song was a good song.
Yeah, but
Music
why
video-
does the music video change the quality of the song?
It doesn't. But that's the thing. Like the music video for me, I'm like, oh, it's just he likes it like that. I'm like, okay. Like I'm not gonna hate on the music video. It was a really high production quality. Like
No, I'm gonna talk. I have a lot to say about
okay,
that.
I was like, he's just staring. But
I have a lot
like
to
the
say about
quality,
this.
like the amount of money he probably put into that video, especially that part where he does the stripper pole all the way down to hell.
Yeah.
Like the quality, costumes, everything's fantastic. I mean, it didn't like. I'm surprised by
Were you
how
offended
much.
by it?
No.
Okay.
Like-
Yusuf, were you offended by it?
Do you have anything more to say?
Yeah, but I was cut off by JP. Maybe
Yeah.
JP's the one who cuts people
Yeah,
off.
he didn't finish.
Yeah, but
Let him finish.
Okay, finish.
No, I don't want to. Go ahead. Where's my tape?
Finish.
My tape.
Finish. Please. I want to hear your point because I need to hear another perspective before I just throw mine down their throats.
It doesn't bother me, and I respect the art. Like I respect the fact that he wants to do this, and I feel like there's so like for people to be as upset as they are. It's like, where have you been? Like they're just looking for a reason to be like upset. And then you talked about that TikTok where I guess he's been getting comments of people saying you're going to hell and stuff. And then when he literally does it in the music video, people are
exactly.
upset about it. All right, what do you? I'm used to hearing your voice.
Yeah.
I like your voice.
See, I don't talk and now y'all are waiting to hear my opinion?
It's because that's
not
like
us.
it's the
It's
atmosphere. Like we love this
Look.
atmosphere.
Put the tinfoil cap on my head.
What's the tinfoil?
what-
What's
for
that
what?
reference?
You know when you're a conspiracy theorist, they say those people wear tinfoil caps?
Okay.
Put the tinfoil cap on my head.
Okay.
Call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't care. I believe that the Illuminati is real.
Okay.
And I believe that the blatant Satanism and love for Satan and satanity and the satanic rituals and drinking kids' blood and men having to do different things to elevate their place in society, in the music game and acting game, from a lot of experiences that I know, is real. To me, I feel like the Illuminati puts their things right in front of our eyes, so we look at it and just normalize it and be like, oh, that's nothing. That's just art. That's okay. Katy Perry releasing her merch with the one eye and the satanic symbols. Anybody doing a Grammy performance, but they have the devil's horns, and when Madonna does it, and the red and the devil and all this shit, worshiping the devil. This is an Illuminati constructed music video, and somebody who's part of the Illuminati literally putting it right in front of our eyes, doing a deal with the devil, selling his soul, and literally putting it so blatantly in front of our eyes and making anybody who says anything about it, you're an idiot, you're wrong, you're stupid. Whether they're Christians who are mad at him or whether they're people like me who are saying this is wrong and wrong to do. Because it goes way deeper than that. And I know you're gonna bring up his shoe later. I believe in the selling your soul to the devil. I believe in the satanic rituals. I know what a lot of people have to do in Hollywood and in music to further their careers. I've seen it firsthand. I've experienced it. This is devil worship. This is wrong. They can call themselves people of God, but they cannot do that by doing what they're doing and playing with the line of the devil so blatantly. What they're doing is making it so in front of us that we just look at it passively. This is nothing. This is art. This is Illuminati, Satanism right in front of our eyes.
What are the chances?
I don't care what you guys say.
What are the chances that they're banking on that? They're like, this is gonna do well because all these conspiracies, like all these things, all this different hype's gonna happen. Like you've seen multiple YouTubers, like
there are no YouTubers part of the Illuminati.
Not part of the Illuminati, but they use things. They purposely say like there's no such thing as bad publicity. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
No such thing as bad publicity.
This is different. This is higher than us. This is the music industry, and I know a lot of things about the music industries. And if you guys want me to get very vulgar and honest on this podcast, I'll explain to you what happens in the music industry and how people get their rise, and what men have to do in the industry, and what women have to do in this industry, and what they do when they go to these parties with social elites, and how to get their pass to get to the next level. Why did Dave Chappelle get offered $50 million for his TV show, go crazy, leave to Africa, then come back, then be welcomed back? Why did, I forgot who it was, Eddie Murphy or Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, one of them, run through the streets screaming, they're trying to kill me, help, butt booty naked. There are things that happen behind the scenes that we don't see. But what Lil Nas X is doing is, to me, a blatant sign of worship and acceptance into the Illuminati or whatever secret society you want to call it, and the love for Satan and worshiping the devil.
So
Sorry,
you
that's how I
don't
feel.
like Lil Nas?
I don't care about him. I haven't listened to the song. I don't care about that. I know about the song, and I know about the promotion with his Nike shoe, which is a devil worshiping shoe.
I honestly don't know anything about the shoes, but I know JP's a big
Do you want to talk about the
shoe
shoe?
Okay, so the shoe was a custom made.
Is it it was a shoe head? What is the term for people who like
Sneakerhead.
Sneakerheads.
They took a Nike Air Max 97. And this company called Mischief made a custom 666 pairs of the shoes. They put the satanic devil symbol on the tongue. They put a Bible omen on it that says something about the devil and what you do for the devil, negating what it says right after that about the devil not having power. They write 666 on it. He sells 666 pairs for $1,000-something, and the equal amount after he sells all those pairs equals $600,666 or something. And in the sole of the shoe, they put a drop of human blood in it. This is devil worshipping Illuminati being presented to us right in front of our eyes as regular consumerism. I guarantee you the comments are going to say, Fousey's a nutcase, he's psycho, he's stupid, he's a conspiracy theorist. Call me what you want, I've seen it.
But the thing, what I'm just saying is the fact that you're talking about it and you're so passionate about it is like like, do you think I'm wrong? Like, do you think like it's a like, would you say publicity? Like, it's getting people to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Like,
It's not a publicity.
social
Okay.
media platforms, everyone's
Yusuf,
talking about it.
So I respect your view. You're like, the religion into this and all that stuff, right? I'm not saying you're wrong, but I also know how Lil Nas rose to where he is now for being a fucking troll. Like his first song, Old Town Road, he literally like had cents in his bank account and made it a meme, and that's how he got popular. So like now to where he is, Montero, the devil lap dance thing, he's making everybody mad
On purpose. And he's
because so he came out, he's gay, and all the backlash, like all the religious people, oh, you're going to hell, blah 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 blah, and he went to hell, and now everybody's mad. You know what I'm saying? He's trolling everybody.
No. One, he didn't just randomly rise to fame. He was chosen, and he can be an industry plant who got chosen to be rising.
Did you like
fame.
Old Town Road?
When the kids loved it, yeah, it was a kid's anthem. But now he's justifying it as, oh, y'all are saying that I made Old Town Road for kids when I talk about drinking lean and doing other stuff in the song. Mm-hmm. Then why were you performing it in elementary school lobbies? Why was it your kid's anthem? And how do you now go from that G version of yourself, not saying an artist has to be G-rated because they released a G-rated song, but now all of a sudden to your next song with your still kid fans watching you, riding the devil or letting the devil ride you and Lucifer and all this bullshit. But guys, it's right in front of your eyes, and people like you are the people who literally negate what's happening. The symbolism is right in front of our eyes, and they do that on purpose for us to just brush it off the side and say, this guy's a good troll, he's a good gimmick, he's good. And there are people who can do that, but when you're in the music industry, this shit is real, y'all. They sell their souls. Listen to the lyrics. Listen, like, see the people who have got. I can go on about the Illuminati. Yes, guys, I believe the Illuminati is real. There is a secret society. Many celebrities, some of your favorite rappers, some of your favorite actors have been killed for speaking out on the Illuminati. This shit is real. This shit is real.
Can you give us another example of somebody else, musician-wise, who's represented something?
I've been in certain circumstances where when I've never done anything, and that's why I'm in the position where I have with no money, where I know of certain big rappers and big actors who have been in parties with friends and colleagues of mine who are off camera straight, off camera not only gay, but hey, you want to go higher in your industry? You want to go higher in this thing? You want a higher job?
Okay.
And that's the sacrifice you're giving. To somebody like you might hear these claims and be like, what?
No.
Research it.
No, I believe it.
It's
Absolutely.
there.
Sleeping your way to the top, right?
I believe in that.
Bigger than that, though,
Bigger than
because
that.
it's men making men do it to other men. And it's also, like, I know a story. I don't want to say these actors' names and stuff because I'm already shunned and everything. But if they ever get word of this, it happens to females too, and what's done to them is crazy. And I'm sorry for the explicitness. We should put this as a dirty version. This shit's real, y'all.
Yeah.
This shit is real. They do sell their souls, but they also, in front of camera, I love God. All thanks to, I'm not going to say any God's name, but all thanks to God. This is all for God. I'm straight. I'm this and this. But behind the scenes, you wouldn't imagine what has to happen.
All right.
I've heard it.
I've heard it.
I don't want to say seen because people are going to be like, oh, did you do it? Like, I know this shit happens.
You're still going?
Can you get out?
It's another episode. Wait, what do you think?
No, I don't need Alex that has no opinion on this.
Whatever it is, he knows what my opinion is and he doesn't want me to say it because it's not going to agree with him.
Alex Wasabi does not believe in the Illuminati.
Yeah, he's talking about it.
That's Lexi's department.
Yeah, oh, we should have Lexi here to talk about it.
I love Lexi, but she's gonna side with you. She's very conspiracy, no vax, like all that stuff. I just got vaccinated. I feel fine.
They're fooling you. How do I get a vaccination? I need one before I go to Africa.
I don't know.
There's a lot of different.
Thanks for
What
the
you
invite,
do?
by the way, when you guys went to
I
go
don't
get your
have it.
vaccination.
It was just
I didn't
me.
get it yet. He only got it. He had
Oh,
a
you
hookup.
got it?
I know
Yeah.
he wouldn't give me a hookup. No, but you can call certain pharmacies. establishments where they're giving out the shots, and you can call and ask
I bet
to
if
be
you're
on
for
their.
their
Illuminati, you
leftovers.
get it right away.
You can be on their waste list. It's like
But if I was in
basically.
the Illuminati, I'd get it right away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, probably.
Look, I know I threw a lot out you guys, and a lot of you guys are gonna be like, "What the hell is this psycho saying?" It's so much bigger than that, and I can speak on the Illuminati for days. There are higher powers that control the music industry and the acting industry. A lot of people do have to sell their souls to make their way to the top, sign a deal with the devil, give up a lot of their body parts, do things with little children. Pedophilia is a very big thing in the behind the scenes of the acting world and the music world, and I'm able to say that this shit is real, but they put it right in front of our eyes. So when people like me come out and speak on it, we're labeled as crazy and conspiracist. But I promise you, there is a truth to this.
But there are
and
parts
it's
of it that
right
have
in front of
truth
our
to it.
eyes.
Like, sorry to interrupt, but there are parts of it, like it's given that you need, like, if you want to succeed, like a lot of people have to sleep their way up to the top, and like there's
a
different
difference
things.
between sleeping your way to the top with whereas like I know before Harvey Weinstein's thing even happened, I remember I was on a movie set and one of the producers on the movie, she was like, "Oh, I used to work with Harvey." And then she told me a story of one of the biggest Hollywood actresses, and she was like, "You won't believe this." I go, "What?" She goes, "So and so slept with Harvey to get this role." I know shit. I've heard shit.
Yeah.
I've been around shit. So there's a difference between that, using your power and that, but then also then what you have to do to join that other elitist side to get to that amount of power. You think the industry is just going to give you a $20 million check and put you in that hierarchy without you doing anything for them taking everything away from you, your integrity, your soul, your person, doing stuff to other men
You're saying
regardless?
the only way to make it to the top.
No, Tyler Perry has done it in a straight path, worked hard, worked his way to the top, believed in God, made it to the top, no influence in the
So you're
Illuminati.
saying there's multiple ways. It's just
There are multiple ways, but there's a lot of actors and musicians who are part of the societal organization, and that's how they get their rise to fame. They're literal industry plants, and even if they're not industry plants at the start, once they get their rise to fame, they get approached by the secret society and say, "Come to this party." They go to the party, and then they're offered, "Come do this in this room, and we'll give you your next thing. Come do this. Come do this."
You know all this from hearing about it, or from seeing it.
I'm not gonna say how I know, but I know.
Okay, so to each their own. We are
100%.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm not calling you
No.
wrong at all. I'm not
No.
calling myself right. I'm just saying what I feel.
We're not going to reach an agreement, obviously. And speaking of, this is a great segue into our next topic.
What?
James Charles. James Charles back at it again with another allegation.
I wonder if he'll get through it this time. Let me check the track record.
I don't know. I don't think he's
Yes,
gonna,
he will.
I don't know. I don't think this time he's gonna like.
It's like the sixth time.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe
but
not
with,
six, but
with David Dobrik, with all this other stuff happening, I feel like it's not gonna like. I don't think he's gonna get by with it like as easily as he did the past few times.
yeah, he'll be
Yes,
fine.
he is.
So, I saw this. So right after the newest allegation on James Charles, I saw YouTube post that they're taking away the numbered dislikes. They're testing it out.
Uh-huh.
So this comment under it, it says, "Why is it whenever a creator you prop up gets into hot water, parentheses, James Charles with people unsubbing and David Dobrik now, you fundamentally change the site for everyone. Who is this for?" Because you know how David's video was ratioed, like his the positive likes and the dislikes were exponentially different.
His likes were exponentially better than his
That's
dislikes.
what I'm saying. So when people see that, it's getting ratioed, right?
But there was another side argument that's saying, are you doing this for the corporations? Because like when Call of Duty, I forgot which one it was, released their video game trailer, it got like the most number of dislikes.
Yeah.
And they're like, are you doing this because corporations are mad
Yeah.
that their videos are showing that? So it's not
Yeah.
just influencer based.
I know, but I mean, the
I think we should
timing
stick
of
to the
it.
topic of James Charles, what he's doing, and is he going to get away with it?
All right, let me Google this real quick.
I just don't think he's gonna get away with it. But I would say like the whole dislike thing. I think that's something just like the whole Instagram like thing. I think that's just something that they've been working on, and it's just a coincidence that they're tied
It's
in.
just the timing. The timing is not the best.
I feel like you're trying to tie in like connect things,
Me?
but no, I'm sorry. But I mean that's a whole different thing. It just depends on how you see it.
Look, I called on the podcast. I was like, David Dobrik is going to come out with an apology. He's going to walk through the fire. Everything's going to be fine. I was wrong about him getting dropped by his brand deals, which he did get dropped from, which I think they're all going to return to him in due time once they see how welcomed he is back to the thing. I posted videos exposing my fake pranks, and every vlog I posted after that would get a minimum of 60,000 dislikes. David Dobrik does an apology video about all these things and gets 1 million likes and 15,000 dislikes.
I thought about this because you brought this up in the other podcast. So
This is bullshit.
When did you release that video? What year was it?
Like 2016, 17.
Can you guys agree that a lot has changed as far as cancel culture from 2016 to 2021?
Okay, it's gotten worse. Cancel culture has gotten worse. So then why does David Dobrik, for what he's coming out with, get 1 million likes and 15,000 dislikes, but I come out with a fake prank thing and get 60,000 dislikes?
Because his fan base is a little more brainwashed than yours was.
Yes, and also that's why James Charles is gonna get away with any of this, because all the celebrities still F with him.
Actually, after this last one, all his recent collabs, like the Kardashians and Selena Gomez, unfollowed him.
Did they?
Yes.
Wow, but like while all this was going on, he was still like, I still saw him doing brand deals. Charlie and Dixie were still doing videos with him. Everybody was still doing this, and Dream even on Twitch was doing stuff with him, and all these big Twitch streamers. So as long as you endorse and show that you as a creator and you have fans support this person, your fans are gonna support that person. He's gotten away with it so many freaking times. It's not a coincidence.
All that stuff that was posted, because I think I saw the sisters were on the views thing.
But
wasn't that?
no,
like,
that's David Dobrik. We're talking about James Charles.
I was talking about James Charles. Sorry, I was still on the David Dobrik.
I'm talking about TikToks.
Oh, okay. I mean, has he said anything about it, or is he just gonna? I've noticed a lot of people just ignore, like they just like.
Yeah, but here's what he does. So he said happy birthday to a kid, and the kid's post was saying that he was 15. He would send him stuff like, hey, cutie, good night, cutie, all this stuff. The kid posted it on his private Snap, and then he changes the narrative, cusses out the kid. What are you doing? How dare you expose my shit? Lying about your age to me, getting defense mechanism. Now lying about your age? He's always known about it, but once he gets caught, he changes the narrative. And then he gets away with it and acts like nothing happened and just blames it on, this kid lied about his age. I didn't know. Stop grooming minors. Stop talking to minors. Even if you don't know and you are that oblivious to how old they are, even if it's right on their social media, stop using your power of fame to talk to these fans, to talk to these kids. That's the worst part of it. You gon' get away with it. I promise you that. You're still gonna be the king of this shit. But I'm not angry about anything else right now.
No, I get it.
These topics are infuriating. If I was a father, I would be like, I would go to YouTube, I would go to TikTok, I would go to these brand deals and be like, what the fuck? If I was the father of this kid, I would go to James Charles's house and say, yo, explain to me why you were sending snaps to my 15-year-old saying good night, cutie, good morning, cutie, and all this shit. Explain that to me. The parents need to start taking initiative.
Was this number 6, 7? It's up there as far as like incidents that he's had already.
It's more than one.
It's not the first, and it's not going to be the last.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I completely agree with you. Like, he shouldn't be able to get by with so many, especially like in the beginning. You're like, well, whose word do you trust? But I mean, when you have like
multiple,
and then just keep justifying it by saying, oh, he didn't know about the age. The kid lied about his age. What?
Like, and they look young. Like, I know, like, we look young, but these kids look like it's obvious to tell.
It's gross.
Like,
there are people who are very on the fight against what he is doing and trying to tell influencers stop working with them, like H3 and Trisha Paytas. They're very vocal with it. Trisha went on a huge tweet rant the other day about like, this guy deserves to be in prison. Stop giving him these chances. How many times have we caught him? Y'all are enabling him at this point.
I don't think he's gonna get by with it this time.
On the show To Catch a Predator, right?
Yep.
There would always be the guy who gets caught. I used to love that show on YouTube.
Yeah.
I watch all
Chris
the
Hansen?
Yeah. There was a guy who got caught. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. And then when he gets away or goes into a 2-week stint in jail, gets out, gets caught again.
Does it again.
Because it's a repeating pattern. Because he hasn't been taught his lesson. Nobody has taught James Charles his lesson. He's been able to walk through it scot-free every time. Nobody, no YouTubers, except for I've seen H3 and Trisha Paytas come out and say shit like this because they're scared of, oh, but then James will never collab with me. Then I'll never get that viewership. Man, You guys know me. I'm not in the business. I don't need nobody's clap. So fuck that. I'm gonna speak for what's
Yeah.
right. This shit's wrong. This shit's wrong.
I just don't think he's like you guys. I guess it's just me believing the best in people that he won't get by with this. But I think he's gonna get canceled. You don't think he's gonna get canceled?
No.
I mean,
I said the same thing about David. Look, Shane Dawson. I brought up Shane Dawson leaving the internet. Remember when we brought him up and I was like, oh, but he's just taking time for himself?
Yeah.
Well, he made a community post on like his second channel or something and was like, hey guys, I'm getting so creative again in editing. I edited this video for my fiance. Check it out. Just tickling the idea of I'm coming back. And when he comes back, it's going to be nothing with praise and love.
Yeah.
But wasn't he just canceled last year for what he did and what he did to
his cat.
what's her name?
What was the video?
What's Will Smith's daughter's name?
Willow
Smith. All that stuff that he got canceled for, the cats, everything. But he's gonna come back
Yep.
and be scot-free. We're living in a generation, although cancel culture is at all-time high, these people are uncancelable. They might drop their brand deals for the brands to make themselves look good, like, oh, we did the right thing while they're going through the heat. But in terms of the people, these people are uncancelable. They join in when the mob mentality is saying, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. But when it's okay to forgive, he said sorry. He learned from his lessons. He's grown. I love you. I'm so glad you're back. Let's support you. Those two brothers I talked about on TikTok, that Hannah Stocking broke up with because he was literally grooming and talking to minors.
Yeah.
They're posting on TikTok like nothing happened, laughing at the hate, and all their comments are, keep rocking, we love you, you guys are the best, da-da-da-da. We're living in a weird time. So as much as cancel culture is at a prevalent high, they're also uncancelable. All that's doing is giving them more PR and more publicity at the end of the day.
We have a. I don't know. Did we talk about this when we think David Dobrik's going to come back, and you guys
Yeah,
think he's going to
we
come
bet.
back in
I
2021?
bet. Fuzi, or me and Fuzi have a bet. Fuzi says he's going to come back by the end of this year, and I say he doesn't come back till next year. So we'll see.
I can definitely
What do
say
you
he's
think?
not going to come back this year.
Here's the thing. If he doesn't come back this year, you know why it is? He doesn't need to.
He doesn't need
He's
to.
made so much money
Yep.
over the years. He doesn't fucking need to. And there are still going to be quiet private investors and brand deals and stuff working with him on the side behind the scenes that just don't make it public.
Yep.
So even if a brand drops you publicly, don't think they ditch you in the private sense. They'll still work and put money in his pockets. His celebrity friends are still texting him, hey, don't worry, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
You'll get through this. We love you. This shit is so corrupt, man. It's corrupt.
But I mean, one question: do you think it's always been like this, like with traditional field and like everything, or do you think it's just something that's happening now, or something that we're just now becoming aware of?
No, I think it varies on the person, their level of power and status, and the fans that they have. I think there are certain people who can be put in this situation who wouldn't get through it. As I'm saying, I exposed fake fucking pranks and used to get 60,000 likes and 100,000 comments of death threats per video. These people come out with apologies for condoning or being complicit to A, B, C, D, E, F, G and get 1 million likes and 15,000 dislikes. It depends on who you are, your status. I'm not going to say the color of your skin because I'm not going to bring up that conversation, but it does depend on who gets canceled and who doesn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But then the question is what's the solution? Like, is there a solution?
The people need to start taking accountability and stop giving these people the power. If you want to cancel somebody, stop watching their shit. Stop supporting their shit. Press unfollow. Stop buying their shit. Stop buying into their shit. Stop giving a shit about them and actually be a man or a woman of your words of how much distaste you have for this person and actually unsubscribe. Don't go watch their apology video. Don't go support them. Don't buy their next thing. Don't fall for it. Hold these people accountable. That's what it takes. And corporations like YouTube need to hold these people accountable. And I think YouTube did demonetize him. But like James Charles, the powers at be, the higher powers need to take accountability and actually do something to make people feel like it's wrong. And for everybody who is going through what they've gone through, instead of going viral on TikTok and doing something, take this shit to the mother effing police. Do something about this shit. Put these people away. Let them learn their lessons. Stop letting them get away with this.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
not much else to
100%.
be
It's,
said.
but I just don't think it's gonna
It's
happen.
so funny.
Yeah,
This
like-
episode started with my mouth.
I know. I was waiting. I looked at JP. I was like, I knew he was gonna come back.
Yeah.
Here he is. And I'm gonna get. I don't know what people are gonna say about me, but these are my comments. This is how I feel.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm against people who groom underage children and people who are complicit to and getting underage girls drunk and doing all this stuff. And I'm very passionate about it. I'm such a bad person for my opinions.
All right, JP. What's next?
What's next is if you Google best groomer in LA, James Charles pops up.
Damn.
Seriously or no?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I was
maybe.
like,
Oh, I thought you were serious.
no. If
Yeah,
you guys
I don't
haven't
get it.
noticed,
I just don't
we're
get it.
letting JP have this is JP's running episode.
Parents
the
need to
topics
take
I wanna talk
accountability
about.
too. Parents need to monitor who their kids are watching, being in tune with his drama and knowing how to step in and being like, hey, you ain't watching this guy because I just saw A, B, and C.
I do see a lot of parents just hand off their phone or like iPad and
watch
just,
what you want.
It's as a parent, I feel like it'd be difficult to obviously monitor
But
it.
aren't there different things you could put on it to be like, oh, don't watch this and like,
There are.
Yeah, but kids these days are so smart. Like, they know how to navigate the phone more
This
than we
shit's
do.
crazy, man.
Well, it's gonna be a good segue into the next topic:
What is it?
the Jake Paul fight. It's coming up,
Okay.
and I know that you are a Jake Paul supporter, right?
Yeah,
Did you watch the press conference?
of course.
That was rough
Why?
because Ben
Yeah.
made Jake look like a kid.
Okay.
Like, he got into his head.
Well, he is
like,
a kid. He's 24.
Yeah, absolutely. So at 24, I wasn't acting a fool.
But it's totally different. He's selling a fight.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's good drama, but
Look at me. I'm just ready to defend whatever
Yeah.
my
No, no,
opinion
no.
is. Just, I'm like, go. Bring it. Go. Let's talk.
no,
wait, how old's Ben?
I don't know, like 30. He's probably 30.
Well, in comparison, then he is kind
Let's
of.
see, Ben. No, but just like his mannerisms.
Yeah.
Grin.
He stayed very composed. He stared at him, didn't flinch
Oh,
once.
he's 36.
Didn't give in to anything
more than
that he
10
was
years.
saying.
It's like our age difference.
No, so like 12-year difference.
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
give in to
He's-
his things and whatever.
Yeah.
But what Jake's doing is becoming the Conor McGregor and the Floyd Mayweather of the millennial scene.
Yeah.
He knows
People
how
are
to
going to
get
buy the
people's attention.
pay-per-views to watch him lose.
Absolutely.
I read all the comments on his press conference. Anything Jake did, cringe, cringe, cringe. Oh, he looks scared. He looks that. Da-da-da. Jake knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
People are talking. I mean, you brought like I didn't know. Did you know who's gonna bring this up?
No.
Yeah, but I mean the fact that you're bringing it up
No,
and
absolutely.
talking about it.
I'm not hating. It's just my opinion on the whole thing.
Who do you think
I
is going to
don't-
win then?
I'm gonna say Ben.
How much money do you want to put on it?
I don't know. How much money have we made on this podcast? None.
None. We're not at a positive yet.
How about you dinner? Let's dinner.
I'll put 100 on it.
Korean barbecue dinner.
You think that Ben's going to win?
I
You make way more money than I, so let's put
Oh
1,000
my
on it.
god,
Let's
no!
put 1,000 on it.
Like I
500.
have a bad history of losing
500.
bets to you on this
500.
podcast. 100.
500.
No.
500.
Your whole outfit's more worth than all.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
250.
Yeah. No, 100.
250, 250.
I don't make anywhere close to you guys.
You just
You
said
make more money than I
100.
do.
Oh my
You
god.
got more money than I
Let
do.
me see
Promise
your
you that's not
analytics.
true.
There's
Check
no
your bank
way.
I'm not going to show you my
Exactly.
But I
Shut
promise
up.
you make more money than I do.
Analytics.
I promise you.
No.
I promise you.
Well, I don't know. JP does make. He make.
I make a normal salary.
And I
You
promise
make
you it's more than I make.
With
It's normal salary.
a normal goods, like a normal salary to me is like minimum wage. Like that's considered like
We're
a
not
normal,
in North Carolina here. We're in fucking LA.
But you said a normal salary.
it's a normal salary in LA.
and a normal salary is what you'd make like at like a minimum wage job.
No,
All right.
that's not a salary.
$100?
That's an hourly thing.
$100?
Yeah, $100.
Oh my gosh. Dinner.
Dinner.
Oh, yeah, dinner.
What kind of dinner though?
Korean barbecue.
Korean
We
barbecue.
always got this.
Ooh.
Jake's
Okay.
going to win.
I don't,
Okay,
I don't-
no. I believe in a boxing match, anybody can win, like no matter your skill set. But because Ben is a professional fighter and he can take a hit, unlike Nate Robinson.
I know what you're going to say. I
or
just had a
Gibb.
long discussion with my brother about this. I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're going to say.
absolutely.
What's your brother think?
Jake's going to win. The only way Jake doesn't win is if by an off chance, Ben Askren, because Ben Askren has no punching abilities, whatever. Yes, he's good in MMA and good at brutally taking hits and being taken to the limit of death. But the only possibility my brother, who's a huge fan of boxing, sees is on the off chance, Ben takes all the punishment. Jake magically loses stamina because he tires him out. and then Ben comes over and takes over. Other than that, boxing abilities, everything like that, Jake, 100%. Jake's going to get the win. Anybody want to bet with me, hit me up. We could do the bet through PayPal. I got you.
Okay, I'm not going to say, like...
I DM Jake, and I tell him shit. Like, I go, after his press conference, I DM him. I said, you're the fucking king. I support the kid.
He's
great.
doing
it right.
Yeah,
Like, he's making it. I mean, we're talking about him. He's all over my Twitter, and like he's always there. Like every at least a couple, like multiple times a week, I see him on my feed somewhere.
He's not a YouTuber.
He quit.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
No,
he doesn't
no,
need
no,
to.
not even that.
He's focusing on
He's
boxing.
not a YouTuber. Like, what I'm saying is his status has evolved so much, you can't compare him to being a YouTuber. He's not a YouTuber. He's not a social media star. He's a celebrity. Jake Paul is a household name. You say Jake Paul and Logan Paul in a random house name, they'll know who he is.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Logan's about to fight Floyd freaking Mayweather. People know who he
Okay,
is.
whoa, so are we done talking about the Jake fight? Because I want to talk about the Logan Paul fight.
That's all we're going to say about Jake?
I mean,
I
was gonna talk about social gloves next, but that's a whole nother. That's a
Save
whole
that.
other thing.
yeah,
Because I'm going to do a whole thing on my channel about that too. I don't want to get into that yet.
All right.
No, but I will say, like, just what's the furthest round Jake's made in a fight? Like, it's besides like a knockout, like he's made it like all the way through, right?
Deji was his longest fight. And
that was his first
And there
fight.
was a stoppage. That
So
was his
he's-
first fight. And that was when he was fresh into the scene. Ever since he went professional, he knocked out and he TKO'd Anderson Gibb in the second, I believe. He knocked out Nate in the second, I believe. And yeah, I think that's as far as he's gone.
I mean, I will say at 1600, seeing him and Logan, like cardio wise, they do have like really good stamina. Like,
And that's when they were kids and not even training for boxing.
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
Jake's
if they kept that up,
relocated his whole life to out of LA to become the #1 prize fighter in the world.
did Logan move to Puerto Rico yet?
Not yet, but he's doing it.
Well, I mean,
That's
I
crazy.
hope, like, for the bet, like, I hope Jake Paul wins just because it'll prove so many people wrong. But at the same time, if you consider experience, like just fighting and taking punches,
Yeah.
it's like,
We're not Jake Paul haters. We're just
if
I'm
I showed
looking
you-
at this as a, like, you know,
if I
like
showed
if
you
I
a
were to
stat
put
sheet-
actual money on the fight, I'd be
Jake
like
Paul
that.
for the win, easy.
all right, $100. All right, Logan Paul.
Can't believe only 100. You're messed up.
I'll put another 100 on the Logan.
Yeah, don't
one.
you got a brand deal
I'm
coming up?
not betting on Logan against Floyd Mayweather. Get the fuck out.
Yo, but props to Logan for stepping in the ring with him, though.
That hasn't happened yet, though, so we don't even know the date because that was supposed to happen February 20th.
Yeah.
If it
This keeps
does,
getting pushed.
just being in the same ring as Floyd Mayweather is just, I would be,
It's history.
oh my God, I'd be
That's
so
what I'm saying. He's a
intimidated.
household name.
It's money.
Oh my gosh.
Disgusting.
That's-
money.
They got to be making what?
Scary.
At least 50 a piece.
Everyone's going to be watching
More.
it.
Mayweather's gonna
$100
make
million
way more
fight.
than- yeah, Mayweather's gonna get 100 mil easy.
100 million. That's crazy.
We'll see. I'm ready to win my $100. He's very like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
No, not even a single
Not
doubt.
even a doubt.
100%.
Not even a doubt. Just as I was in Nate, I was on a Hollywood Fix interview, and we actually said this on the podcast, and we have the clip because I posted it on the Clips channel, which you're not subscribed to. And
Link in
on
description
the
box below.
Hollywood Fix interview, they asked me, "Oh, Jake, Nate," and I said, "Jake's gonna knock out Nate." First thing I said, Jake's gonna knock out Nate. And this is, and now you might think, oh, everybody knew that. Nate can't box. They weren't saying that before the fight. They said that after the fight. But before the fight, everyone was like, oh, Nate's an athlete. Nate's going to knock him out. Nate's going to get him. Da, 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 da. Second round, now there's a meme where you can be Nate Robinson, created by Jake Paul himself.
I did feel bad for Nate. Like, it was a slaughterhouse on
I mean, yeah, he lost.
all
I mean,
social media. Can we get to the topic of Asian hating? Like,
Oh, okay. We didn't have a structure for this one, so I didn't
Yeah.
even know. You
but no,
came
it's-
in wanting to talk about something.
it's something I really, and it's just very
Floor is
frustrating.
yours. Floor is yours.
So, can you pull it up for me? The whole Filipino woman getting beat up outside of a church, and a security guard seeing the situation, instead of helping or doing anything, he shuts the door. I just want to make sure I'm saying
Yeah.
the specifics right.
That's what it was.
And how old was she? She was like,
70 years
she's
old.
an elderly lady,
Yeah.
right? Why is it that all of the situations that are happening with Asian hate, why is it all happening against the elderly? Like,
Because it's you know, this whoever the attacker, they're not going to come up to us like,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the most cowardly thing you can do.
Yep.
Like, I hate watching any videos of fights happening or people getting beat up or people getting hurt. Like, if it's like somebody on a motorcycle, they do something dumb, that happens, yeah. But when it comes to people getting continuously
randomly attacked.
Yeah, and then there's another clip of, and I'm not sure if this was tied to Asian hate, but it's kind of hard not to associate those things, of the subway situation, where there's a fight happening, and they're both throwing hands, and I'm like, okay, but there's a point where this guy is not
getting pummeled and
yeah, he's just getting hit, and there's people on the train watching this happen, and at one point, after the guy's down, he grabs him and starts choking him, and people are like, stop. I'm like, how can you just say, it's right in front of him, like, this maybe this distance between me and you, like, people are, I'm like, how do you not say something? How do you not at least call the police? I get it if you're afraid that maybe something might happen to you, but you have at least 10 people on that train. If one person were to stand up, I would hope that everyone else would at least separate them.
It's the bystander effect. It's, oh, someone will do something, so I don't have to do anything. And it's also...
It's called being cowardly.
Yes.
And it's just so frustrating that this keeps happening. Like, I'm not a fighter. Like, I don't like fighting, but I will if I have to, like, to defend somebody. But I'm like, how do you pride yourself? Or how do you just live with yourself after walking up to, if you watch the clip, she's walking into the church, and he literally just comes up, hits her, and then from what I read, I guess he said, get out, you don't belong in this country.
Something like that, yeah.
Or something. How do you live with yourself at doing, like, I don't understand. And it shouldn't have to be something like this. And then there's this other situation where, I think in Ohio, I can't remember his name, but he showed, I guess he was getting said, or I guess people were telling him that you're not an American, you're not a patriot. And I guess he served in the war, and he ends up taking his shirt off. Did you see this clip?
Yeah,
well,
like the councilman or something like that? Yeah,
he's a councilman in Ohio or something, and he's like, if you're basing my patriotism off of the way I look, then you don't know anything. And he lifts up his shirt. He has a huge scar across his whole chest. And he's like, I did this for this country. I did this for my rights. I shouldn't have to answer to you when it comes to questioning my patriotism. Like, and it's just, at this episode, I've wanted to bring it up. And it's just, because the last episode, I mean, we talked about it, but I just felt like I didn't show my true, like, because this is, like, very upsetting to me. Like, wait, what do you want to say, James? Like, I get like so passionate to where, like, I just don't, there's so much that I want to come out, but I just get clogged, and I'm like, I don't. Can you just remove the tape for this part, please?
Yeah, no, I did that for a reason.
Yeah.
On that one specifically.
Like, what can we say? You know what I mean?
I mean, I know it's been happening. Yeah. I get that it's been happening before this, and I get that it's been happening with multiple different races. Yeah. But it's like, why, how? All right, Yusuf, this is where you come in and
I don't have the answers.
Keep it going.
There's no answer.
I don't have the answers.
I recently started carrying a pocket knife, like, just like, because everything is happening. Like, I've never done that before. I've never felt the need to. So it's just everything that's happening now is putting everyone, like, you know. And
even worse is that I'm mad at myself. I'm very upset with myself, and I know a lot of people in the comments are going to be like, this has been happening for years, this has been happening for generations, why are you just now? Because I'm mad with myself because I'm just now really acknowledging that this is something that really happens. And before, I'd be like, oh, it's just a few bad apples, like, it's a few bad people, not everyone's doing it. But yeah, you have that situation on the subway where this one guy is beating up this other guy past capability of fighting, right? Like, are those people who are watching right next to him, are they just as bad for not doing something, for not saying something? That security guard who decided to close the door on this 70-year-old lady getting beat up, getting stomped on the ground. She's on the floor, and he's continuously going back and hitting her. Like, are they not just as bad? Like, I wish we could have those people on the podcast and be like, what was your train of thought? Why didn't you step up? And I guarantee a lot of them will be like, oh, I would have. If I could go back in time, I would have. But it's like,
you didn't.
And I don't get upset a lot, except for when the whole bottle situation happened, and like, it takes like a few triggers to happen. But this is just something that the reason I'm bringing it up is because I want to show you guys how passionate I am about it, and I'm talking to you guys. I want you guys to say something about it, not just repost something.
Don't be a bystander.
Say something that you feel. Don't just repost it. Like, say something. Like, on social media, write something. You don't have to say it verbally. Just, yeah.
Do what you can. I mean, there's no solution to this.
It's.
Do you think? Is there one solution? There's not.
No, and it's not something that's gonna happen overnight. And I know this. And honestly, afterwards, I'm gonna be like, because I see where people are coming from. Like, people get scared. Like, it's hard to step up in those situations.
And
there's nothing wrong with what you're voicing. Don't doubt what you're saying.
Yeah,
now.
And we can't even blame it on,
and like
number 44.
I did a bullying experiment in like 2015 to show people how like you bully somebody on a college campus and watch how people walk by as if nothing's happening and don't do anything, and continuously nobody did anything until like the maybe one or two times people did step in to be like, hey, da-da-da. And to be fair, in my brutal honesty that I give now at 31, every single time I did that experiment, not a single person stepped up to do anything. The only time people did anything is when I went up to them and I said, hey, we're going to be acting out as if I'm bullying him. Can you run up? So yeah, I faked that, but do you get why I faked that? Because every time we did that, nobody was doing anything. And I had to show the importance of what it means to not be a bystander, and what it means to actually step up and do something. So I'm with you there.
I guess another reason why I'm bringing it up is, we understand a lot of our audience is young. Like, a lot of my viewers are young. Like, the people that I bring, the people who are coming here are young. And I understand that. And that's why you guys are in control of our future. Like, we're 20s, 30s. We're getting to the age where, like, we're living in the now. But you youngins, you guys have the capability to shape our future.
I have faith for the youngins.
I do too. But
I don't see them growing up with these racist tendencies and this hatred in their hearts and all these things. Because everything I'm seeing is from older people in different parts of the world, in different living situations and different circumstances. This may be just me being optimistic. I have faith in the future generation to actually abolish all this and actually be their answer.
I mean, I have faith.
I think maybe we don't have the solution, the answer. Maybe it is the younger generation that comes up and has the answer on how to fix this.
But I think it's our responsibility to support those people. Because, like, growing up, like, when I was younger, I was like, oh, I want to be a superhero. Oh, I want to help people. But as you grow up and people you see, different circumstances, you start to lose those values. And that's why I want to encourage those people. I want to show you that you're doing the right thing when you voice your opinion against
Tupac
something
once
bad.
said, I'm not saying I'm going to change the world, but I can guarantee you I'm going to spark the mind that will. So you saying these conversations could spark somebody up to want to do something and figure out what to do and how to fix the situation.
I mean,
you're doing your part.
Andrew, my kid brother, he's 18. I have so much, not to put pressure on, because he watches our podcast. He told my dad about the podcast.
Oh,
Hey, what's up,
Andrew?
Like, he literally, he's like,
Don't tell your dad about what I talked about earlier.
But the point is that I have a lot. Like, he's a very good. He knows what's right, what's wrong. Like, he'll stand up, and I'm super proud of him. And I know that he's gonna be a great voice when it comes to.
You know what
future
sucks?
events.
When I like, you know how I was very aggressive earlier talking about James Charles and the Illuminati? Like, if I had just done it, talking how I'm talking now, my point would have been received well more than being like,
Yeah.
Same thing with me when I snapped.
Damn it, man.
But I mean, those are moments where you just have to learn from it. And I feel like with the podcast, as it progresses, our voices, our tones, our ways of bringing stuff across to our audience is just going to get better. And I feel like we've gotten so much better since our first episode.
I know. I just need to work on how to convey my messages without so much it's not about who's louder in an argument. It's about who's getting like the point across.
Just,
And
understand.
So like I could be really, 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 really mad at you, but if I'm yelling and going crazy and smashing tables, I didn't prove shit. But if I can sit here and put you in your place in a calm voice like this, ooh, that's powerful.
I feel like
I could have brought up Lil Nas X and James Charles in a very calm demeanor like this, and I think it would have been received a lot better from the audience.
Yeah.
Some of the audience might not have even made it this far into the podcast today and we talk about this. They might have seen that and been like, what the fuck? I'm off this shit, clipped it, whatever. This guy's an idiot, whatever. But I need to work on that.
I mean, I definitely think that it hits deeper when you get somebody intellectually versus like aggressively.
Yeah.
Like me talking to you like this or you getting hyped up, I'm like more worried. But if you talk to me and like you get your point across, you're gonna hit.
I don't know why I got
hurts
so.
deeper.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
it
I got
hurts.
so aggressive.
Hey.
and so mad.
It hurts deeper.
Why did I go on James Charles? Like, no. I'm not saying why did I go so hard on James Charles. I still stand by what I said, but in the way that I did it. Like, I could have been like this and being like, "Hey, bruh, stop grooming children. Like, parents, put him in his place." Like,
You know
shit
who
like
does
that.
a really good job of that? Is that I started listening to his Ben Baller or that Baller guy. He's
That's my
the
favorite
way
podcast.
He comes
I mean,
across is like
gotta get it's my favorite podcast. But Behind the Baller is also my favorite podcast.
we're gonna lose JP to the Baller. You get it?
Can I do something before this ends to see if
End this off on a good note, or on a certain note.
You want it
Did
to
it
stick?
No, I wanted to see if there was gonna be a reaction.
Oh
when we
my
get to the
God.
Shit, threw it at his foot.
God, that hurt so much. But on that note,
Yo, that was the one I think funny thing we had and like laugh we had. This was such a serious episode with like emotions and stuff.
oh my gosh. Well, on this happy, positive note,
Gotta get it merch coming soon, being designed right now.
super excited. But can we end this in a very harmonic way?
Yes.
Harmonic?
Let's sound good.
Money.
I was
don't-
gonna say
don't
we
try and
should
be
we should
loud.
hype up your comedy special.
No, we should let it go.
No,
1,
we're not gonna let it go.
2,
It's coming.
3.
Gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it.
All right, boys, that was great.
Yeah.